Hi, Sagittarius. So, this is a reading for Venus in retrograde. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, but I will have to say for a lot of you guys, a lot of things are happening. So, we have Venus going retrograde through May 13th, all the way through the 25th of June. And it is in Gemini. So a lot of people are going to be more talkative, a lot more communication is going to be happening. Also, we're going to have more like shorter travels towards meeting one another, things like this. We're also going to be experiencing a lot of like setbacks when it comes to relationships. A lot of people are going to be viewing relationships in a more negative way or even in a more positive way. It just depends, I guess, on the situation and the person. But what I'm also sensing for a lot of people is a lot of past relationships will probably come up to the forefront, whether this person comes to you and communicates or you just happen to be thinking about them a lot more. This is a time for healing and really slowing down when it comes to our relationships, really thinking things through. So right now would be kind of a good time to refrain yourself from starting anything new with new people or starting a new date, because oftentimes when Venus is in retrograde, it has the tendency of being a short-lived relationship where you might see all these people, all this person's, like you might look and notice everything that is positive about this person, but then all of a sudden, like you'll start to notice that, oh, you'll start to see all their flaws and everything. It's like once the Venus retrograde happens, it almost puts an illusion on a person. And then once that Venus retrograde is over, then you start to see that person for what they really were the whole time. So that's why it's always safe just to be safe when you start something new, whether it's with an ex or a new relationship. Just take it slow and just go with it. Just like really slowly, just don't jump into something. Also, right now would be a good time not to change your physical appearance too drastically. So if you have like plastic surgery or any type of surgery that could affect you on a physical level, appearance-wise, it's best to push it back till after Venus in retrograde if possible. Also, try not to spend too much and try not to buy too many things, especially like clothes or stuff like that. That could really like that alters or changes your appearance, because oftentimes changing your appearance too much right now could be a bad thing because you might eventually regret it, or however you want to take that. Also, right now is a good time to really be creative and really explore yourself, really get to know what it is that you truly want, and just to kind of be more expressive. Also, this is a good time to listen to those around you more and listen to people who, if they have problems or issues, it's always good to really listen to people right now. So what I was feeling for a lot of my Sagittariuses for Venus in retrograde is I was sensing for a lot of you guys that you guys are going to have a lot of drama in your partnerships, or just having to be more honest. And sometimes being more honest in relationships can cause drama. But I was sensing for a lot of you guys that your love is like, your love life right now is kind of on a roller coaster. It just kind of goes back and forth. It feels like no matter what you do, it feels like you're always kind of fighting with specific people in your life or people that you really care about. Or it just seems like no matter what you do, it never seems to work out. So as you can tell, Sagittarius, I already went and pulled some cards for you guys. I really wanted to kind of sense your energy and really see what my Sagittariuses are all about with Venus in retrograde right now. So we have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally and having fun, cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, the runner, running in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego, butterfly, balancing, evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, and growth. So these are also just tarot cards that's going to go along with these cards to really hone in on the energy of what's really happening. But I will say this, I am sensing is a couple, like there's a split group of Sagittariuses, but I am feeling more on the Sagittarius side is the runner than the chaser, or whatever you would like to call it. I'm sensing for some of you guys, so I'm just going to say this side because it's a little less, there's not as many of you, but you're still predominantly there. if you were a person who you were in a connection with an individual who ran away from you, you have felt all this heartbreak, all this loss, and you replay all of those events back into your head. Like you feel like this person is still there, this person's always around you. It feels like for you, you might start second guessing, like, whoa, did this person actually love me? Did this person really did care about me? Like you're starting to question this person altogether. And it's causing you to really have to heal and really go within and heal that inner child, heal whatever belief systems that you were installed as a young kid. That's what's really happening for a lot of my Sagittariuses. But I was sensing that if you're the one that had the partner ran away from you, you're the one that was questioning, does this person still love me, or did this person ever love me? And you're really questioning whether or not this person will ever come back. I think that you felt very hurt in this connection and you felt very confused and lost. This could also be the person like cross-watching or anybody that you're dealing with. For the other group of Sagittariuses, I was honing in that you guys were actually the runners, and I was sensing that more predominantly though. So what happened for I think a lot of my Sagittariuses is this Venus in retrograde is really going to slow you down now to really have to stop and re-examine your relationship with those that you have experienced with past, or even in the more present. What I'm sensing for some of you guys is you fell in love with this individual, you really liked this person, and you had all of these thoughts and beliefs of why you were not good enough for this individual, or why you felt like this could never work out. Because for some of you guys, you've had it where relationships that you really cared about in the past has completely fallen and shattered your hopes and dreams of your future or how you viewed yourself. And because of that, you replay these thoughts in the back of your head of, oh, remember when so and so left you, this person's going to do the same thing. What makes that any more different, right? Because it's almost like you're playing back the past, which is now causing you to feel anxious and making you nervous, so you're running away from the situation. Because it's easier to run away from something, and it's easier to listen to your ego, it's easier to listen to that part of you that is so terrified to think that you might not actually that this might actually, like, it's weird. It's almost like for some of you guys, you're afraid that this could work, and if it does work, you know, then you'll have to settle down, or you'll have to just at least accept the idea that this person may or may not be, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you're so afraid of this individual hurting you that you ran away from this connection. You denied to this person that you cared about them, and you just kept running. And it feels like now it's slowly catching up with you, which now you're going to have to stop and really be evaluated again. And for some of you guys, you're going to have to try, you want to take this relationship to the next level, but you're scared to do so. So you just kind of like bypassed it and ran away from it. So here we have the Six of Swords, the Tower, sorry, trying to really, okay, the Seven of Cups, and the Death card. Okay, for some of you guys, you decided to move forward from this connection due to, again, the fear of the past, or even like this person might have reminded you of different aspects of what your ex said, or what this person, like this person kind of reminded you of your insecurities or the flaws that you were experiencing, and due to that, you felt like you had 1,000 decisions to make when it came to this person. It's like you had all of these thoughts and options, and you were trying to like pick the right one. And for you, you felt like it was the end of this relationship. You felt like this was the best scenario for both you and this person. And I think the reason you felt that way was because in your mind, you felt like you weren't able to give this person exactly what it was that they were asking for, what they wanted. And you were also just afraid to really like connect with this person, because I think that this person has really caused you to really go within and to really like, it's almost like you are aware that of this love. I can't explain it. It's like this person, there's something about this person that's so unique that it terrifies you, that you book it, you run away, you're so afraid to really connect with this person. And because of this, I feel like you felt overwhelmed, Sagittarius. You felt super overwhelmed. And again, this could be the other way, vice versa. But I'm sensing that whoever got left behind, if you're tuning into this, it's almost like you need to hear why this other person did what they did, you know? And if you're the person that ran away, it's almost like you need to see how not only did that impact you, but how it also impacts your other person. So we also have here the King of Swords, the Justice, Four of Wands, and the Strength card. So what was replaying, I think, in a lot of ways, was you were telling yourself, there was a part of you that thought to yourself, like, yes, and this is what's interesting. It's almost like when you ran away, this is also an event that has been playing in the back of your mind of how you cared for this person, how you want to come back and make it right with this person, how you want to give them more, something more stable, give them what they really want to begin with, but you felt like you didn't have the strength to do that. You felt like you didn't have the ability to do this. And so because of that, it's like you ran away, but now you're still replaying that event in the back of your mind of how disappointed this person looked, or how you felt that you could have done something differently. It's almost like you're beating yourself up over past mistakes, and it's now really affecting you in the present. And I'm also sensing for a lot of you guys as well is that this also could have been something in the back of your mind of, oh, I tried making this work with other people in the past and it didn't work, so why would I don't think I have the capability or the resources to really make something grow and really make something work. And because of that, you also just didn't even give it much of a chance. I'm sensing for some of you guys, this was a very short-lived relationship. This relationship wasn't a very like, this relationship ended kind of quickly, as fast as it began, kind of a feeling. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Empress, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords. So a lot was here, but I felt drawn to take these cards because I think it's really going to break down the psychology of what was really going on here. And what I was really sensing for this group of people that I'm honing in on was it was almost like you didn't know, like a part of you knew that you wanted to invest into this relationship, but you were afraid of the conflict that it might arise, because it's almost like for a part of you, you knew that this person you could really expand and grow. A lot of you could have seen yourself having a family with this person, really like living with this person. And it's almost terrified you because in a way it's almost like you knew that you were not emotionally ready for it, and you felt like you were not physically stable enough to really give this person something. I'm sensing for some of you guys, you felt like you couldn't really give this person a proper home or a proper place to live. You felt like you really couldn't take care of their material needs, because it's almost like you're learning to take care of your own needs, and you feel like you can't really be there for this person emotionally. This has caused a lot of you guys, because of this Venus in retrograde, it's causing a lot of you guys that ran away to stop and have to go within and really reflect. And you're going to kind of see the habits and the things that you have done that has kept you from this connection. And it mostly came from a lot of hurt and a lot of mental anguish that you've put yourself through in past relationships. It's almost like for some of you guys, you've been so, like you've trusted a person, this person betrayed you. Because of that, you have a hard time really trusting an individual. You have a hard time really going within and really experiencing what it is to be with this person. And so because of all of that, you've closed yourself off. You put a wall up that kept pain in instead of letting pain out. And because of that, that's why you feel like you're not strong enough to really go within or to really even work with this person, because you feel like, you're already experiencing so much pain. And you're afraid that this person's going to cause further pain, or you're afraid that you're going to cause this person further pain. Because I am sensing for some of you guys, you knew that you really hurt this person's feelings, that you really hurt this person's ego in a way. Like you could have flat out just denied this person. For some of you guys, you could have just ghosted this person and not said a word and left this person questioning what they did wrong. And I am sensing that the person that got left behind was the one that took it the hardest, in a way where they took it to to the extent that they think that they were the problem, that they were the reason that you left. And for you, you were looking at it from the runner. The runner was looking at it like, I'm the problem and I'm scared to open up. Plus, this person again was showing me signs of past relationships, how my ex would act or how my ex would say something. It's almost like they said something or they did something, and somehow it triggered you to go back to that moment in time, and you got scared, so you ran. And because of that, it's really caused a big burden on this relationship. So here we have the Page of Wands. We have the King of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the the Magician. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. We have the High Priestess. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the King of Cups. A lot, but again, I keep feeling like I had to pick these ones up. So for a lot of you guys, what's happening is now that this Venus in retrograde is really putting the brakes and really stalling and really making you have to go within and examine and really understand why this happened the way it did. What's going on for some of you guys was you're realizing that you still have feelings for this person. You're realizing that you still love this person, but how you might have come across to this individual, you're kind of now realizing it. It's interesting. It's like you kind of knew that you came off to this individual a specific way, but because you were so afraid of really, again, expressing yourself, really like letting it be known, you kind of held back a lot, and you really showed this person like how you didn't care is what it feels like. Like the runner was the one that made it act like, I'm over this connection, I don't care about you, and you weren't offering anything stable. You weren't really offering anything that this person really wanted. And you kind of, it's interesting because whoever walked away, they almost acted like they were independent and fine on their own, but that part of you was like, yeah, because this is like how the person is viewing you, the person that felt abandoned. It's almost like they were viewing you as you were independent enough that you can create anything you wanted, but you just didn't want to put that hard work into them, that you didn't want to invest into them, and it's almost like they felt like whatever they had to offer, you just didn't see that as good enough or something that you really wanted. And that's how this person perceived the situation, the one that got left behind. But it's because I feel like you tried to project that out there. The runner, it was like, yeah, I'm independent. Yeah, I don't want to be with this person. I want to be single, blah, blah, blah. But really, in reality, you're lying to yourself. You weren't really listening to your intuition. The truth of it is you're afraid to put the work and effort in, because putting that work and effort in, you're investing, you're putting all of that energy into it, and you're afraid that you're going to lose it. And because of that, you were sneaking around, you weren't being honest with yourself and to this person. But the truth of it was you left a little bit of yourself behind. This person still has your heart. You still have this person's heart. It's hard because you're not, it's almost like you're in denial of your feelings for one another, but especially the runner. It's almost like you're in denial of your feelings when it comes towards this person. It's like you're making it seem like you're over this person. For some of you guys, you might have even gotten into new relationships, but you still feel like no matter how many relationships you tried to get into or how many people you tried to bring into your life, it almost feels like this person really, like you act happy, you act like you're fine, but really you're not. The one that ran away, you really don't feel like you're happy or that you're fine. And the one that felt left behind, they're definitely not happy and they're definitely not fine with the situation, but they're still trying to move on, because I feel like the sense that this person feels like they have no choice but to move past this and to move forward. And because of that, it's kind of caused both of you to be in conflict, especially when it comes towards your emotions. I think that both of you guys have a tendency of kind of closing off your emotions, because this person could have expressed their emotions to you, which even scared you further, which caused you to run away even more. which left this person heartbroken, left this person feeling rejected and abandoned. And now because of that, now you are starting to reevaluate, and now you want to come back, but you're still scared because now you feel like, okay, I've done this to this person. I have a hard time. I don't know if I could actually let this, like, it's almost like you're looking at it from their point of view. If I was this person, I wouldn't take myself back either. And that's what it feels like. So let's see if we can tap into some more energy for my Sagittariuses for May 13th all the way till June 25th for my Sagittariuses, especially Sagittarius rising. Okay. So, and it's interesting because you're kind of coming off like, I'm not the emperor in a way. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're trying to perceive and view, you want others to view you as the emperor, but you don't feel like you're the emperor. You don't feel like you are stable. And this person might have actually seen you in a more, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you don't think you have, this person thinks you have everything that they need, but you feel like you don't. And you've been juggling this person and you've been juggling this situation because what it seems like is a part of you feels like, okay, I want this with this person, but I don't think I can be the emperor. I don't think I can be what they really want. But then there's that part of you that struggles like, actually, maybe I can make this work. Maybe I can create and manifest exactly what it is I want with this person. So it's almost like you're going back and forth with you and this, like you and this situation between this inner conflict. And that's kind of what it really feels like. Because what is going on is you just really want to express how you feel. And because of that, you feel like you don't have the ability to really do that. Because for you, in order for you to get that 10 of Pentacles, it's like, you know, you have to put in that work, but you're afraid to put in that work. You're afraid to really give this person exactly what it is that they want. Because again, we have it here. You're just afraid to put in that work. Whoever ran away was so afraid to put in the work, and it's not because they didn't care, it's not because they didn't want to, it's due to the fact that they feel like they are unworthy of it. It's like a self-esteem issue. I think that this person felt like they weren't good enough in the past, and for them it's really hard. For whoever ran away in this situation, it was really hard for you to really see your value, to really see your worth. And you would fight with those around you. You would fight with friends and family members. You would even fight with this person. It's like you felt like people would always put their opinions on you and self-project, and you just didn't like the idea that you felt like you were being judged. You felt like you were being, like you had to defend yourself. And that's because of that toxicity. That's because in your mind you think you had to defend yourself. You think you had to, you felt like you had to do it because you felt like these people were going to harm you in a way. It's like, again, I'm feeling like your walls were so high that this person wasn't even able to really penetrate it. And it's like, it's weird because they did, but you didn't realize that they did until after you ran away, if that made sense. It's almost like now you're realizing how much you really care about this person, and it's almost like you want to make it work. And I'm sensing for some of you guys, you know, you really want to come forward and really want to communicate with this person, but you want to communicate in a way where you're being truthful. You want to communicate clarity, and you want to do it fast. You wanted to rip off the Band-Aid. It's almost like you want to just go in, say how you feel, tell this person why you did what you did, and then just end it right there and there. It's like you don't really want to go too in depth of it, though. That's kind of what I'm experiencing. It's like some of you guys just don't want to rehash the past, but it's almost like you're not aware. It's almost like and when I was shuffling your guys' cards, it really felt like the passion, because the passion, when I was shuffling it, it got flipped and then it hid in the deck, and it took me a while to find it in the deck because it was upright, but I couldn't find it. And when I was able to find it, I was like, wow, it's almost like you didn't realize that there was hidden passion there. And then it did it again with the butterfly. It was like it flipped again, and then it would hide itself. Like you're not seeing the passion. You didn't see the passion like you did, But it was easy to bypass it at the time. And now it's not. It was easy to lie about it, and now it's not so easy. And it's almost like you know that there's healing that had to be taken place in order for you to really work with this person, and you put it off and put it off and put it off, and it's like now you can't. And it all started with feeling like you couldn't make, you felt like you had to make a decision. And you're still right now debating on making a decision. You're still debating on really coming forward and communicating with this person. And again, I am sensing, you have the Magician twice here up in the upright. Like, you're aware that you have the ability to change the situation. But it's interesting is you perceived, like this person perceived you to have it all together, and you don't. And that's what's causing you guys a lot of frustration, is because you feel like you can't, again, really offer this person anything. You feel like you're not really even emotionally, it's almost like you feel like the person who ran away knew that they were not emotionally mature enough to handle this, not emotionally with it enough to really give you everything, and you still feel that way. But you want victory in this situation with this person. You really want this person to see you in high regard. And I am sensing for some of my Sagittarius, if you were the runner, you really want this person to view you in a very positive light. And if you were the person that felt abandoned, it's like you want this person to see, oh, I don't need you. It's like you're both trying to prove to one another why you don't need each other. But yet, you both want each other, yet you both feel like you need each other. And I am sensing that there is some codependency that needs to be broken in this connection, and I think that's what's happening here. But you having to really reevaluate that devil, because I am sensing that whoever ran away, it's still there. You still haven't really addressed it yet. Not truly, not fully. And that's going to take some time for you guys. Because trying to move past this, trying to move forward, really trying to break away from how you felt like you were in the past in order to really reconcile with this person, it's gonna require you to really have to find why you feel like you have to hide yourself from this person. I'm sensing for some of you guys, you felt like you had to hide your true colors from this person. You were so afraid to be vulnerable with this individual because you're afraid of what this person will think of you. And because of that, you allowed past circumstances and past relationships to define this new relationship that you were in with this person. And this person really made you happy, but I feel like you weren't very expressive of that. I felt like for some of you guys, you really were happy to have this person in your life, and this person made you feel like a king. This person made you feel like you could conquer anything. That this person made you feel like, I don't know how to explain it. This person just kind of gave you a little bit of a self-esteem boost. This person really made you feel special, but deep down, whether this person makes you feel that way or not, deep down inside, you still feel like you're a page in the reverse. You still feel like you don't really actually have anything to really offer this person. And because you feel like this person sees you in such a high regard, I think that that's another reason you ran away, is because you felt, first off, afraid to let this person down, but you also felt like this person didn't see the real you. But what you were failing to realize was this person was seeing the real you all along. You were just seeing a distorted version of yourself. This person saw you as being the true leader that you really are, and this person really viewed you as a kind, caring, and loving person. And whether you, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, you really didn't show that very much to this person. But this person deep down knew that you were a kind, caring individual, and that you had so much to offer, but you didn't offer it because, again, I was sensing for a lot of you guys, you just have such a negative, distorted vision of who you think you are due to your childhood experiences, and that has caused a lot of you guys to really withdraw and to really feel like you can't really offer something when you know you can. And now I feel like for what's going on for a lot of you guys is this is going to be a slow process through May all the way till June. You're going to be slowly cracking yourself back open, slowly reevaluating your emotions, and being more honest and more upfront with the situation. I am sensing for a lot of you guys, this has been a very slow process, and you've gone through this like slowly. For some of you guys, you could have ran away from this person years ago, but this person is still just in your mind. This person is still in your heart, and you're acknowledging it now because of this slowing down, because of this retrograde. You're starting to really acknowledge where your heart really belongs, what makes you really happy. And because of that, it's almost like you've realized, it's almost like you're so afraid to start anew. You're so afraid to really try and go back with this person. For some of you guys, you could have ran away and got into another relationship and been in a committed relationship with this person, only to realize, what am I doing? I want to be with this other person. But it felt safer to be with this other person, and even to commit to this other person, because you knew that initially there isn't that much emotion there, more as a mental stimulation. So for a lot of you guys, having to really break out of that old a connection that you're in to go to another connection. And you know, a lot of you guys, again, you're still having to take that time to really reevaluate your emotions, but you're not really taking that time. You're not really pausing, and that's why it seems like it's such a mystery to you. Whoever ran away, you don't know how this person feels about you. And because you don't know how this person feels about you, you're really trying to, it's almost like you're just really hoping and waiting for this person to eventually come to you. But you know that deep down that that's not the right thing to do, that this person that you really want to be with, you might have to be the one to take the initiative and be honest and speak your truth and really be open and express yourself. But that's so terrifying to you that you don't think you can. And the person that felt left behind, you know, they're sitting here feeling like, what am I going to do? They don't understand what's going on. And even they are ignoring their feelings because they feel like there's no point in rehashing their feelings towards you, because they feel like there's no point. For some of you guys, you feel like this connection is over with. You feel like this person, maybe this person's not meant to be in my life. And that's what you keep saying to yourself, you and this other person you're dealing with. Because I think that what's going on is, again, you're still too afraid to realize that, you know, some of the problems that you have with people isn't necessarily the other person. It's more of you and how you handle the situations. And it's causing a lot of you guys to have to be honest with yourselves. Stop trying to sneak away. Stop, just really evaluate what kind of person you really are. Because I'm not sensing that you're a bad person. If you ran away, you're not a bad person for that. But I am sensing that you're running away and you're blaming the other person, or you're projecting onto others the insecurities that you have on yourself, because you're so afraid of what this other person is, how this other person is going to respond, or how this other person is going to view you, you know? And now you're having to really, once you take that time to really just go within and really evaluate, it's going to illuminate, it's going to help you really expand and become more aware of what you really want. And because of that, it's going to help you figure out what you want to grow and what you want to achieve. And it's going to help you realize who your person really is, who you're really meant to be with, who you really want to be with. And even if you don't want to be with an individual, it's going to teach you to be more kind and loving and more caring to yourself. But I am sensing that you're going to eventually know what you want, and you're going to try and get that. So I am sensing, again, for a good majority of my Sagittariuses, that there are a lot of things, especially like mental, how you view yourself, how you view connections and others, is what's holding you back. And once you learn to express and release that and let it go, you'll eventually start to reap the rewards that you deserve, and the people that you want in your life can come back. And for some of you guys, it's even just creating new connections that can grow and thrive. But either way, whether you were the person that ran away or the person that got left behind, there is a lot of insecurities there that this retrograde is going to try and help pull out of you and help you heal and work through it, so this cycle can eventually come to a complete close. So I hope that this resonated for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great, beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.